Hey, assistant coach, how are you guys doing? It's me, Johnny Sports, and welcome to my Premier League prediction video. You guys have been asking for it, and finally I will make my prediction, and hopefully at the end of the season I can sit here and say I knew it all. I freaking knew it, but I'm not expecting that will happen. Let's start off with the 20th position straight away. I personally believe that Hull City will be coming in the 20th spot. If you ask me why, the reason is that if I look at their team, nothing really has changed from the team that has gone down when they got relegated from the Premier League into the Championship. And if you look at their team, you don't really see many improvements. So I'm expecting Hull City to go down in the 20th position. If not in the 20th position, it will be the 19th or 18th. They are definitely going down in my opinion. Now in the 19th spot, I'm going with Burnley based on the fact that I do not believe that their team is good enough and that the teams that I've put up ahead of them have a better and stronger squad. So I'm expecting Burnley to go down as well. I don't see them really competing in the BPL for a long time. So Burnley, in my opinion, will go down in the 19th spot. In the 18th spot and the last one of the teams that is going to be relegated in the next season, in my opinion, it will be West Brom. Yes, they've gotten a big investor into their club, as I heard, but I still do not believe that West Brom will be able to compete in a BPL. Only if the investor from now on, after I've made this video, he just goes ahead and splashes the cash. Maybe they can stay in the BPL, but I do not think that their team is strong enough to remain in the BPL in the upcoming season. So I say that they will end up in the 18th spot. Now from here on, things get tough because most of these teams, in my opinion, are quite close to each other considering their quality in their squads. But in the 17th spot, I've put in a team that I believe has made the worst transfer business in this transfer window so far. They sold their captain. Yes, I'm talking about Swansea City. They sold Ashley Williams, and in my opinion, he was one of the best players of the season in the last of the 2015-2016 season in the BPL. One of the best defenders, and I really liked him in the Euros as well. So this guy is gone to Everton, so Swansea City, in my opinion, will get into the 17th spot. They might even drop further down low because they also sold Ayew, who was quite good in moving forward and scoring goals, getting assists and all that stuff. So I'm expecting them to be in a 17th spot. At 16th, we have a team that has done quite well in the last season, was quite consistent. Bournemouth, in my opinion, will be in the 16th position. Not because they have gotten worse, just because the other teams have gotten so much better. So Bournemouth will be in the 16th position. Actually, you know what? I'm making a change right now. No, I'm not. 16th position. At number 15, we have Sunderland. Yes, I do believe that Sunderland will come in 15th place together with David Moyes, who has joined them as their coach. And if I look at their squad, I see a team that is quite good in some positions, but they definitely have like 3 or 4 spots they need to improve in order to be a team that can definitely avoid relegation in the upcoming seasons. Right now, they need just 1 or 2 transfers to make sure that they don't drop down. So I'm hoping that Sunderland will make a few transfers and they will stay in the BPL. 15th position for them. In the 14th spot, you might be asking yourself, where's the third team that got promoted into the BPL? Well, here it is. Middlesbrough will be in the 14th spot, in my opinion. They have a really good team, and last season they just looked incredible when they got through the Championship into the BPL, and I do believe that they have strengthened their team as well. Victor Fischer has joined them, which is a sick transfer. I'm expecting that guy to do some work in the BPL, and not just because of him. I feel like they have a team spirit going on in that team, so I do not believe that they will drop down once again. I say that they will come in the 14th spot. At number 13, we have Watford. Yes, Watford is a team that has been quite surprising in the last season, with players like Igalo turning up and Dini also doing some work for their team. Layun is back into their squad, I believe. I'm not too sure. He has been incredible for Porto last season, and now he has joined them once again, I believe. I'm not too sure. Let me check that. Well, that sucks for Watford. They have sold him for 6 million. He's not back into their team, so this basically justifies why I put them into the 13th position. Watford will come in 13th place. At the 12th spot, we have a team that could easily go up if they make a certain transfer. They are going after Benteke. Crystal Palace will be coming in the 12th position. They have sold Bolasie, who was a really important player for their squad, and they are looking to get Benteke into their team. So I'm expecting some business being done by Crystal Palace in the upcoming days, but I still do not believe that they can go higher up the league table because I feel like the other teams have a better squad. So 12th place for Crystal Palace. In the 11th spot, this was quite a tough one. I had to decide between two teams, between the 10th place team, which will be coming up a little bit later on, and in the 11th spot, I've put in Stoke City. The main reason why I've put them in there is because I do not really have a lot of trust in their strikers. Boyan is a good player, don't get me wrong, but that guy can get injured at any time, and then they don't really have that many good strikers in their team left. So I feel like they are lacking a striker and also a centre-back in my opinion. So I'm expecting Stoke City to be in the 11th spot, but I also have to say that they have some amazing players like Shaqiri and Arnautovic. Now Imbula has been implemented into the team a little bit better, so they could be doing better. But right now, as it is, without the transfers being made in the upcoming days, I'm saying that Stoke City will end up in the 11th spot. At number 10, I've put in Southampton. Southampton, in my opinion, has done some good business. Last season, no one was really talking about them. Southampton was kind of quiet and just played their football and got into a position where they would secure that they stay in the BPL, and they have also been able to make some decent transfers. So Southampton, in my opinion, will be in the 10th position. I'm expecting them to do quite well at the start of the season and then slowly start losing a couple of matches and then stabilize in the middle of the league table. 10th position for them. Now at number 9, this was a really tough one. Honestly, this top 10, BPL top 10, has been really tough to make because I truly loved what happened last year. Yes, Leicester City is in a 9th spot for myself. And to be honest, I just want to tell you guys, it's just because of Kante. If Kante would have stayed, I would have said that this team would be able to fight for top 6, at least. And Mahrez is looking to get out of Leicester City. I feel like he will go, and that is also one of the reasons why I've put them into the 9th spot. I truly believe that Mahrez will go to Arsenal or even to Chelsea. I just think that they are negotiating with the clubs. They have brought in some really good players like Ahmed Musa, like Mendy, who is looking to replace Kante, but I don't really think that he has that work ethic as Kante did. Kante just was running for 90 minutes straight, never stopping. And Mendy is a good player, don't get me wrong, but I don't think that he is Kante. So I'm expecting Leicester City to be in the 9th position because they have sold Kante and because, in my opinion, they will still sell on Mahrez. They are just pushing up the price a little bit more right now. At number 8, I have Everton. Yes, Everton, in my opinion, has really strengthened up their team. They have gotten themselves Ashley Williams at the centre-back position, which will improve them a lot, in my opinion, because the defense is the most important thing in a long tournament like the BPL or the EPL. I'm sorry, it's not called the BPL anymore. Like the Premier League, let's put it that way. So I'm expecting Everton to do well. They also have gotten themselves quite a few good transfers for the attacking positions, and they already had a really good team moving forward. So the only thing lacking, in my opinion, was the defense. Yes, they sold Stones, but if I had Ashley Williams and Stones right now, I would take Ashley Williams any day, any freaking day. Ashley Williams, straight up, put him into the centre-back position ahead of Stones. He would be the better man, and he's more experienced, and I do believe that in the centre-back position, a more experienced guy is always going to be the better defender. In the 8th position, Everton. At number 7, I've put in the team with Dimitri Payet. So I'm expecting West Ham United to come in the 7th place. The reason for that is that their attack is just too strong. But also, the reason why they are not higher up the table is because they are lacking a striker. They have amazing wingers going forward and really good centre midfielders. Mark Noble in there, he has done quite a good job. I'm expecting West Ham United to come in the 7th spot, have some amazing games throughout the seasons with Dimitri Payet scoring some insane goals for West Ham United. So I say that they will come in the 7th spot this season. At number 6, the long lost top 6 team, Chelsea, is coming back with Conte as their coach, but I still do not believe that that is enough to get a top 4 spot again. Conte is coming in. He will need some time to work with this team. He's a really good coach in my opinion, but I do still believe that the chemistry within the Chelsea team is just not right. I don't see those players fighting for each other on the pitch. I just feel like these are a group of individuals who are just trying to play well, but never really try to help each other out. That is just my observation. I don't think that there's a team spirit going on in the Chelsea team. Maybe if Conte can implement that into the squad, that is something that will put them ahead of my prediction. But right now, I don't think that Chelsea can go further than the 6th position. I'm not expecting Diego Costa to turn up again. I also think that he might have been transferred in this summer transfer window. Didn't work out though, because Atletico Madrid got themselves Gamero instead of Diego Costa, which in my opinion was the right decision as well. So I'm expecting their team to do well, but not as well as making it into the top 4. Chelsea in the 6th position. Now, in the 5th spot, I'm going with a team that I do believe has just not made the right transfers. Now, they might get Mahrez. Yes, I'm talking about Arsenal. Arsenal is going after Mahrez, allegedly. I'm not too sure. But they still haven't brought in a top-class striker. They are still building on Giroud. I know that there are not many strikers out there that they could buy, but they could have gone for Gamero. Gamero has done an amazing job in the La Liga last season. They could have gone for that guy. He was on the market. Atletico Madrid bought him. So in my opinion, Arsenal are just way too slow on the transfer market, and that is the main reason why I believe that they will not make it into the top 4 in the next season, and that will be the end of the Wenger era. In the 4th spot, I'm going with a team that could easily win the BPL if they have a good season, but I just have to make a prediction at this point, and I do see stronger teams coming up with better coaches. So I do believe that Spurs will end up in the 4th position. Now, the main reason why I've put them into the 4th position is because they are playing in the Champions League as well. And if Spurs try to get some money through the Champions League, they have to put a lot of energy into the Champions League. And I do believe that they will make it at least into the quarterfinals in the Champions League. So, Spurs, you guys are making it into the 4th position, and you're above Arsenal for once. So that should be good enough for you. At the 3rd spot, you might be asking yourselves now, well, hold on, there's only 3 teams left. Manchester City, Manchester United, and Liverpool. Is this guy actually putting Liverpool on the 1st position? What's going on? No, I'm not. I'm putting Liverpool into the 3rd spot. Yes, I'm a little bit biased on this one. Normally, everyone else would probably put Liverpool into like the 5th position and put Arsenal and Spurs above them. But I personally do have a great feeling about this Liverpool team. I really think that Klopp is slowly getting his mentality into the team. He's getting the players to play the way he wants to. We have made some great transfers. Mane has joined in. Wijnaldum has joined in. Matip has joined in on a free. And I've seen Matip play against Mainz. I really believe that Matip will be an amazing centre-back for Liverpool alongside Sakho. We will have a better defence, but the left-hand side is what is bothering me. Anything could happen over the side of Moreno. So I just hope that he will play a decent season. I freaking hate Moreno. As a Liverpool fan, I can't stand the guy. He is just a liability, and I hope that he will leave the team or that we will still make some transfers. Hector, I'm begging you, join Liverpool. But apart from that, the main reason why I put Liverpool into the third position is that they do not have any European competition to take part in. And that is a major factor, because that means less injuries, more energy, and that is very important, and more focus on the BPL. So Klopp will be able to play just on the weekends and look forward to the next BPL match and start working on that match for a week. Spurs, for example, has to play in the Champions League. They are playing on the weekend, and then they have to focus on the game in the Champions League during the week, and then they only have a couple of days to regain their energy, re-put their focus onto the BPL, or onto the EPL. Sorry, I'm getting it wrong all the time. BPL, it's just stuck in my head. So I'm expecting Liverpool to come in the third spot. They have made some great transfers. They have good team spirit going on. Coutinho is still there, and I do believe that we have a sick team moving forward. Now, moving on to the first and second place. Now, this was the toughest decision out of all. I really had to think about this one for a long time. In the end, just one player just swayed my decision, and I had to go with Manchester City in the first place. Yes, Manchester City, in my opinion, will be winning the Premier League. But let's talk about the second placed Manchester United. They have made some insane signings. Zlatan, Pogba, Bailey, Mkhitaryan, all of them insane players in my opinion. But I still do believe that their midfield is not strong enough. Pogba is good in moving forward. Rooney will probably play in a starting lineup, so let's put Rooney up top into like a number 10 role where he's behind Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Pogba will be in a centre midfield position, and he needs someone alongside him to do the defensive work, because Pogba is not known to be the best defender. So I'm expecting Manchester United to crumble on that position. Also on the wings, Martial is not a winger. Martial, in my opinion, is not a winger. He's a striker. He should go ahead and score goals. And if he plays on the wings like he did in last season, I don't believe that they can get the best out of him. So Martial, in my opinion, will not be good enough on the wing. On the right-hand side, I also don't see that many insane players coming in apart from Mkhitaryan. And there's also the talking point of injuries. If anyone gets injured in their starting 11, they don't really have proper replacements for those players in the attack. So Manchester United has an amazing starting lineup, but still, I believe that Manchester City has better squad depth. So I'm expecting Manchester City in the first position. The main reason, the one player that really swayed my opinion on the first place was İlkay Gündoğan. Now think about this. The midfield stacked with David Silva, İlkay Gündoğan, Kevin De Bruyne, and Aguero up top. Like, come on. How good can a midfield be? I honestly don't know which players I would rather put in there. Then they would have one defensive midfielder behind them, two center midfielders with Silva and Gündoğan, and then De Bruyne on the right-hand side, and Aguero up top. Really good defenders in their team. Joe Hart isn't bad either, and they have Guardiola, who will just put in a playing style that will definitely work for Aguero. So this is my prediction. I'm saying Manchester City will win the league. And that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And also let me know your predictions. I would like to see which ones of you do have a similar prediction like mine, or the complete opposite. Thank you so much for watching, assistant coaches. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is just my opinion. Don't get mad about it if I placed your team a little bit lower. So yeah, that's it. Take care. Peace.